You're a man.
Yeah. I mean, do I not look like one?
You have been my greatest love. Be careful, Diana. I do not deserve you.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat. I can't let you do this.
What I do is not up to you.
It's Etta Candy. I'm Steve Trevor's secretary.
What is a secretary?
I go where he tells me to go and I do what he tells me to do.
Oh, well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
I really like her.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Ladies, after you.
I do. I like her.
Happy Comic-Con Day 3. They dropped the actual Wonder Woman trailer, so let's break it down. There's a whole bunch of other DC stuff too, so I'll explain at the end of this. So some of the stuff you probably know about the film, like Chris Pine is playing Steve Trevor. It's a pretty straight up telling of her origin story from the comics. I know there are like a couple different origin stories for Wonder Woman, but she kind of acknowledges it with a wink, just saying, Zeus created me. She's the daughter of Hippolyta and Zeus, and if you couldn't tell from the trailer, this is set during World War I era. So like the main villain, Jack Houston here, he's not a Nazi. Like the Nazi party didn't rise till World War II. I so love that she looks like she's going ready to assassinate him with her sword in the back of her dress. But just the way she moves in this trailer, in the soundtrack was so amazing. It was one of the best parts of Batman v Superman. Whenever she entered the film, she had her own special music. It's straight out of that. And just look at the color. Like, this is just so fantastically beautiful. The poster they released a couple days ago is actually a pretty good example of how colorful the movie is. Like, it's just so eye-popping. And even when you see her step onto the battlefield, like she's on the front line in the actual trenches, stepping up. And even though, she's covered in dirt, like everything's scuffed, the classic Justice League colors against this brown dirt, it just looks so great. And one of my favorite shots though is from earlier in the trailer when Steve Trevor washes up, like the way they open the trailer with her face just against the sky, just looking so beautiful. Like you've had this accident, you wash up on the shore, you think you're dead, and all you can see as you stare up into the sky is the face of this goddess. So you're like, oh, she is way too beautiful, I am definitely dead. And I do appreciate some of the gender humor in this. What, do I not look like a man? Oh, in my world, we call that slavery. We get a better look at Themyscira. This is actually a good test for Atlantis. Like, Atlantis is gonna look like this really otherworldly place. And I know that doesn't appear in this trailer, but they had like all the DC directors for all the different films. They even brought Affleck on stage at the panel because he's directing the Batman film. But James Wan, who's a horror director, was talking about Aquaman in Atlantis, about how it's just gonna be so terrifying and so beautiful at the same time, which is kind of what's going on in this trailer. Like, all these goddesses look so amazingly beautiful, but they're just terrifying warriors. And then you see all these German troops come to Themyscira. So the way they explain some of the backstory for the Amazons is it fits into the context of the DC movie universe. Their initial role in society was to protect mankind, but they've since kind of bailed on the task just because, as you can see with the situation in World War I, humanity is ready to destroy itself. So they've almost given up. Wonder Woman is the one who answers the call, like she's inspired by Steve Trevor, wants to help them out, so she re-enters the world like Hippolyta is like, "You're my greatest treasure, be careful." So Wonder Woman's trying to inspire and save humanity, but as you can see, the teaser is that even though the Amazons have tried to retreat from society, the war comes to them, so we will get to see the Amazons just absolutely throw down. I cannot wait to see Robin Wright Penn, who most of you probably only know from House of Cards recently, just go apeshit on everyone. Even Hippolyta is like this really fearsome warrior. They're all very powerful, so get hyped for Amazons wrecking the shit out of all of these German troops. Just look at the way she moves through some of these scenes too. Like this fight scene where she busts in with all these Germans and just goes crazy. Like you saw her move really fast during Batman v Superman during the Doomsday fight, but this gives you a much better sense of her abilities. I'm hoping they actually release the soundtrack before the movie comes out. But if you guys didn't know, this is coming out summer of next year, so it's going to be a little while before it's released. And they even dropped the Justice League teaser trailer, so that's going to be my next video. That should post in like the next hour or two. So just really happy with the DC panel in general, just really awesome. So happy they brought out all of these directors. But there's going to be a whole bunch more footage coming tonight from all the Marvel and the DC stuff, so be sure to subscribe to get all that. And because there's so much DC stuff, I'm just going to name a new winner right now. So congratulations to Justin Portillo. You win a $20 Amazon gift card. Just be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. So there is a new round starting now. I'll just announce the winner when I post my Flash trailer video later tonight. So there'll be like a whole bunch of giveaways happening this weekend between Marvel and DC stuff. So get hyped, lots more stuff coming today. While you guys wait for that Justice League video to post, you can click here for my breakdown of the Game of Thrones Season 7 teaser, and you can click here for all my other Comic-Con videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.